Hey, what's up guys, Kevin here at DarkSpidey. So just doing a quick video to show you my latest work. So this is the Kotobukiya Colossus, fully repainted. As always for the Koto X-Men line, this was sculpted by Eric, and this guy really gave me a hard time. Reason is, I chromed him up, as you can see, and the problem with chrome is that it really doesn't go too well with masking. So let's just say if it were like Silver Surfer and he's all chrome, then it wouldn't be a problem because it's just chrome and I wouldn't have to paint like a costume. But in this case, I had to paint the chrome first, which was a very long process. It's tedious. If you're a painter, you know. And I used spastics, by the way. The first two coats I used Alclad, but then I realized Alclad is too fragile. You just you know, rub it off with your fingers, and even though spastics is still pretty much fragile, it's sturdier. You can tell that it's more durable and the effect is better, in my opinion. So I did that first. I did a chrome first, and then I did all the masking with solid putty. You really don't want to use masking tape for chrome. It's a recipe for disaster. But, you know, even with silly putty, when I removed it, there were quite a few areas that needed touch-up. So I did a costume, had to do... Let's just say that this guy required the, you know, just countless small touch-ups. And that's the worst when you're dealing with chrome because, well, you have to do some gloss black first, then do your chrome in order to keep that, you know, nice shiny kind of mirror effect look. But for this one, if you can tell, it's not a full-on mirror, you know, mirror look. Like, it's not a real chrome. If you want a real chrome, all you have to do is spray like a couple of thin coats of spastics or Alclad, whatever you want to use, whatever metallizer you want to use. But in this case, I did, because I had to do all these touch-ups, maybe had to do like almost 10 coats, I think. But it's good because I'm not a huge fan of real chrome, to be honest. I think it looks kind of plasticky and not too metallic. Again, it's just a personal opinion. And, you know, after all, Colossus is supposed to be organic steel for his skin, so I don't picture him being like full-on chrome like what you would see on a car or, you know, whatever. So he's very reflective. He does look very metallic, but at the same time he is, yeah, more of a very shiny steel more than a real chrome, I would say. But you can still see, you get some nice reflections in there. So it does work. It does work really well. Overall, I'm, you know, pretty happy with the result. It was, yeah, I think this one beat the record for the most time-consuming project I've worked on. Maybe not. Maybe a few kits required a little more time. Before repaint, definitely this was the toughest repaint I've had to deal with. It was a lot more complicated than I thought it would be, basically because it was my first time doing chrome, and again, it's a very tedious process. It's almost, you know, it's like chemistry. If you do it right, you're fine, but, you know, if you mess up something, basically for chrome, the mirror effect of your chrome is determined by how glossy your base coat is. So in this case I used black. You can use white also. I know a few painters use white. Personally, I think black looks more realistic. It gives you more of a, yeah, organic metallic look. So for Colossus it was pretty good. And not sure you can tell, I hope you can see that I'm using a lot of light right now. I did do some shading on him. So for that I used Tamiya Smoke, which is a transparent black, just to give him, you know, contrast. I hope you can tell right there. It does have some shadows. Because, you know, when I was done with the chrome, I thought it looked okay, but you kind of lost some of the details of the anatomy. And Eric as always, did a very impressive job with all the muscles and everything. Everything is just, you know, it's got this awesome comic book vibe to it, and I really wanted to bring everything out. So yeah, I added some shading. Again, it's transparent, so it's subtle, but it's definitely there. And also what gave me trouble is that you cannot seal chrome. That's the problem. That's the main issue. It's unlike any other paint out there. You cannot seal it. So it's very fragile, and I really wanted to have the contrast between this very shiny organic steel and a matte costume. You know, he's supposed to be wearing cloth, and I know there are some statues out there and the costume is chromed. It's like chromed in clear colors, but I think that looks, yeah, that looks a little too plasticky. Right now he does have, you know, a bit of a satin finish to him, but that's because of the light. That's because of the light, actually. But you can tell, see where the light doesn't hit as much, like the underwear, or I mean the panties or the boots. You can tell that it's matte, and that's what I wanted, because it's supposed to be wearing cloth. I mean, I think like his skin turns into steel, but the rest of his outfit, yeah, it's still supposed to be cloth. That's how I wanted this. That's what I wanted this Colossus to look like. And he does come with a switch out portrait. The angry one, which is pretty cool as well. I think I like the other one better. I'm not sure why. It's weird because I guess this portrait goes better with the pose, but yeah, I don't know. I like the face a little better on the other one. The base was not repainted, however, but before I ship it to the new owner, I'll be adding, you know, some weathering washes just to bring out the details a little bit more. But yeah, the Colossus on this one is the main attraction for sure. Definitely not the base. So yeah, if you're looking into chroming one of your statues, if you're a painter, or if you want to start painting your own stuff, I really recommend using spastics. My buddy Moises, I saw a video of his, he did this Archangel repaint and he chromed up the wings using spastics, and it looks wonderful. And yeah, spastics, in my opinion, is a lot better than Alclad, even though Alclad is probably the most famous chrome paint out there. It's used by, you know, a lot of people for cars and whatnot. So, but yeah, spastics is better in my opinion. And again, you really want to use, like, your base coat has to be extremely smooth and extremely glossy. It has to look like a mirror. It has to be so glossy. I can't remember how many coats of you know, gloss I sprayed on this, but it was probably 6, 8, something like that, and it was to the point that it almost looked like chrome. The black was so glossy that it almost looked like chrome. So then what I did, you want to spray very low pressure and very thin coats, and you build up the chrome, basically. So yeah, do some tests, you know, do some tests on a spoon, or, you know, whatever you want to do your tests on, but do some tests first. Again, chrome is it's a very demanding process, but the result is well worth it. So I think this is it, guys. I think I've covered pretty much everything. I hope you like the result on this one. Again, it was a lot of work, and I hope it shows. And as always, please like and subscribe, share if you want to. That would be very much appreciated, and I will see you soon for more kits and repaints. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye now.